Sports presentation of the NBA, but the bad news is there is no basketball, there is no NBA. The game has been canceled. Ha ha! Happy April Fool's Day, baby! This is the NBA, and we've got a great one in store. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. And the starting group for the Spurs. In it forward, we'll get to see Johnson and Barnes. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5 spot. Here's Wembanyama. Yep, that one goes. So, Craig, when you're in the first game of a back-to-back, how much focus slips into already looking towards the second game?
Well, from a player's perspective, not much. But from the view of a coach, it has to creep in some in terms of making sure you don't overplay your stars.
Bucket is good.
And you see him flexing a little bit after that finish. Butler just shrugging off the defense.
Barnes passes to Johnson. Barnes against Green. It's Wembanyama at the elbow. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
And they cruised to a big win in their last meeting, getting that opposing starting lineup out of the game early with foul trouble.
Well, when you get a team starters in foul trouble, you make it difficult for them to establish any type of rhythm.
Here's Castle. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Barnes finds Wembanyama. Johnson wide open. He fires. A three-pointer off the mark. The Warriors have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for it to start off this game. Porzingis with a screen on Castle. Well, their passage to Porzingis. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Wembanyama outside. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Castle. And Butler sends it back.
Well, Butler can really disrupt an offense.
Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
And one thing about this league we know, momentum can change in an instant.
And San Antonio has possession following the score by Golden State. Johnson, the pass to Wembanyama. Over Porzingis, and that one goes long.
That's 20% now from the field. What a cold start.
Takes a 3. Pass to Moody. Butler deciding where to go with it. Outside, Porzingis jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Castle.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
San Antonio again missing. Warriors leading by 8. Here's Curry, coming off a solid outing against Denver. Moody the pass to Curry. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about Victor Wembanyama and what he wants to see from his team defensively, and he said, I want to see us knock him off balance a little bit, be tough, physical. That's how you get into his head, and that's how you frustrate him. Expect to see a lot of defensive aggression against Wembanyama tonight. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thank you. That's good from Barnes. Both shots good from the stripe.
And that's why you don't want to foul a guy like him. He is going to make those free throws.
Fox against Curry. And it's good for two. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
Spurs trail by 8. Now in his late 30s, Steph Curry, Tim, continues to be a dominant force.
Well, his conditioning is on a world-class level, Kevin. He's never been one to beat you with his explosiveness, so his plan is just to outlast his opponent.
Chalk up 2 there. Butler's got 6.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, and we saw them really play a determined game when it came to chasing down rebounds, getting those good second chance looks. Really loved their aggressiveness.
Looking now at some numbers for Keldon Johnson. So it's the Spurs now, trailing by 10. Barnes kicks to Fox. From outside the arc, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
In a hostile environment like that, the bench energy can really make a difference for your starters.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Fox. The offensive rebound. Wembanyama, no good.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
To the inside. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got his second basket of the game.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Fox, a screen on Porzingis. Wembanyama against Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Porzingis with the block.
And there was a time when Porzingis was good for several rejections at the rim like that per game. Most would-be scorers have learned that about him.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Warriors?
How about the ferocity we have seen from them on defense? I mean, they're looking to contest every shot that goes up.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point line.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. The Warriors making a switch here. Richards is checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Vassell, he's checked in for Johnson. In the corner, it's Wembanyama. It's Vassell on the wing. 11-point game his last outing, and the shot goes in.
And how about the mid-range shooting of Fox? Definitely capable of sinking those shots with consistency.
Here's Butler. Outside Curry. Back to Butler. With some art, it's deflected. Curry against Barnes. Here's Castle. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Castle.
A moment now to see the numbers for Butler. An amazing run for him the second half of the season. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively, and he has provided points pretty much every time they've needed him.
Al Horford is checked in for Porzingis. Harper, he's checked in for San Antonio. Wembanyama with the rebound. Spurs trail by 14. Down low. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Outside Curry. For 3. Sinks the triple. Curry's got 9.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
San Antonio's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Shot from 12. Horford with the rebound.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
A second chance effort. And it's Green. Missing. Vassell outside. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Now, not shy about bringing it inside. Vassell is comfortable around the hoop.
Butler against Harper. Outside Butler. Outside Curry. Knocks down the 3-ball. 12 points for him.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Spurs trail by 16. Outside Harper. Fox feeling it out a bit. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And sometimes Fox just can't be contained. I mean, he plays with so much heart and passion and terrific at scoring even when he gets bodied up.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Porzingis comes in for Draymond Green. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Curry. San Antonio also making some changes. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Bryant comes in for Harrison Barnes. And Stephon Castle subbed in for Harper.
With so many great point guards in this league, sometimes a guy like De'Aaron Fox can be overlooked. But when he's on, no one can stay in front of that man.
Now here's Porzingis. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Denver. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Butler. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you. Jimmy Butler is the complete package. Coach Steve Kerr said he's an amazing player. The skill, the strength, the ability to get to the line, his passing connects the game. And in the end, it goes beyond that. Just his presence out there. He's a lion. He's a force. Back to you, Kevin.
One of the best for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Here's Porzingis after the basket by De'Aaron Fox.
So his efficiency throughout this game has really been something, and his team has been able to succeed in large part because of it.
Here's Castle. Hasn't made one yet. Here's Cornette, headed by Porzingis. Cornette passes to Bryant. And he uses the glass on the layup.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And so here is Golden State, 11-point game. Now Butler. He's another guy now who had a stellar performance in that win against Denver. Right side, Porzingis. Shoots over Cornette. Porzingis can't hit.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
Here's Castle. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And they know for next time, don't let him establish position down low.
Well, you have to force a scorer away from his favorite place on the floor. In this case, you have to push him out or deny him the ball.
Here's Butler after the basket by San Antonio. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. Here's Horford, and it's sent back by Bryant. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll return shortly. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Early offense in this league is key. You've got to score before the defense can set up in the half court.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Porzingis, Podziemski out there with the Anthony Melton. Then there's Horford and Richard. Now here's Harper. Still scoreless.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And we see Brandon Podziemski. He's been a valuable player, Tim, since his first day in the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, he's just the type of guy every team could use. He's a winner, high IQ, a hustle player who connects the game, and he can hit shots from deep.
Now here's Harper. He's defended by Podziemski. Harper kicks to Cornette. To the paint. And the basket by Castle. Castle's got his second basket of the night.
A 6'6" Castle is a strong finisher inside.
Podziemski with it. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. A wide open look here for Porzingis. Off target from outside. Spurs trail by 10. Outside Harper. Pass to Castle. Up top, Cornette. 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. The Warriors pull it in. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That'll be the second game of a 5-game homestand. Here's Melton. And it's blocked. Here's Castle. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. For 3, Vassell. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Outside, Porzingis. Launches it. That shot missing. Spurs trail by 10. Vassell, the pass to Cornette, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
That's the kind of play that can spark a run. A dunk like that energizes everyone on the team.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And the Spurs making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Well, always interesting to check out the first-year stars of the NBA. And on that list are the rookies who have been almost automatic from the field this past month. Number 1, Dylan Harper.
And his confidence is going to keep growing if he continues shooting like he has over the past month.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Here's Pajemski. He's guarded by Harper. Shot clock at 6. Porzingis finds post.
Get that out of here. I don't even want to see that. Johnson showing his explosiveness at the defensive end.
And a late second-round pick, but Tim Quinton Post showing he can contribute.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a true 7-footer, and he has proven he is more than comfortable shooting it from the three-point line. He is a proven NBA player.
First one falls for him. As we canvass the league and look at the landscape, some tremendous young talent on the wing, Tim. Who might be the best wing player 5 years down the road, say?
Well, I'm looking at Anthony Edwards right now because of the skill, the athletic ability, and then the competitive desire. I think he wants to be great. You'd also look at guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, certainly. And then you've got a guy like Cade Cunningham in Detroit, who hasn't even started to scratch the surface.
Boy, you've made a great list of guys right there, for sure. And Fox gets it to go.
And that quick shot by Fox is something you know he has worked on religiously. Nice finish.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Outside Butler. Porzingis sets the pick for Butler. Back to Post. Pass to Moody. There's the triple. San Antonio with the rebound. Here's Vassell. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Here's a look at some stats for Kristaps Porzingis. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. Averaging about 18 points per, 6 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively, and he has provided points pretty much every time they've needed him.
And he knocks down the first one.
You watch Vassell. He's a prototype wing for this era. Has length, skill, and plays both ends of the floor.
Vassell hits them both. Warriors leading by 5. And here is Butler. He has 6. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Castle.
And one of the things I love most about Butler is how physical he is. He doesn't hesitate to draw contact.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. You know, Tim, they say you can't measure heart, but Jimmy Butler, he plays with a lot of heart. He is non-stop.
Well, you can talk about his skill level and IQ, but Kevin, what you love about Butler is his competitive will, and he saves his best for the postseason.
And he's good on the second.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Outside Bryant. Back to Castle. Pass to Vassell. Just 5 to shoot. Castle against Butler. Castle misses.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Oh, no, stopping by that time.
And this kind of shot defines who Butler is. Just a bulldog who embraces finishing against the tight coverage.
Spurs trail by 8. Outside, Fox. Now, Castle. Outside, Fox. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And give Fox some love there. The D wasn't that bad, but he was just focused on finishing that one.
Butler passes to Melton. Porzingis against Bryant. Clock at 6. Right side Porzingis. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Keep getting it to this man. I mean, once Porzingis catches fire, there is no putting that out.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Stephen Curry's checked in for D'Anthony Melton. The Spurs also with the sub. Wembanyama's checked in. San Antonio with the ball. Trailing here by 8. Vassell outside. Fox gets in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Yeah, when Fox gets into a rhythm, he is tough. Having himself a night.
Golden State's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Back to Butler. Pass to Curry, and looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Al Horford's checked in for the Warriors. Harper, he's checked in for the Spurs. Spurs trail by 6. Now, here's Fox. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Chicago. And that one comes up a bit short.
And they continue to control the glass.
Butler with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. Outside, Horford. No one near Curry as he lets it go. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
Well, if there's one guy in this league, you better run off the three-point line. It's Curry.
Vassell outside. Back to Fox. Johnson right side. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. Inside or out, this is a collection of players that has really been doing the job lately. The leading rebounders from the shooting guard position since the All-Star break. Well, you look at Podziemski. He does a great job inside. One of the top rebounders in the league. And, of course, Stephen Curry. He's in that same group.
And these are sort of your do-it-all guys. I mean, even if rebounding isn't necessarily a priority for shooting guards, it's still something that helps that your team get wins.
Well, when you have that kind of sacrifice and effort from your two-guard, it makes a big difference. These guys help their teams win the 50-50 battles.
And just maybe the quickest player in the league, Fox can get to the bucket at will. Better bring some help when he's driving.
Now, here's Butler. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Here's Moody. And the Warriors, another three.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
The kick out to Fox. To the middle and stolen by Horford. Here's Moody. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Well, the Warriors at last season's trade deadline swinging the deal for Jimmy Butler. Stephen Curry said him signing an extension is big. He's committed for this run. It creates expectations, which I love. We all thrive off of that energy and that kind of environment. We are up for the challenge. Kevin, back to you.
They're clearly all in. Allie, we thank you very much. The Warriors making a switch here. Richards is checked in. Spurs trail by 10. Harper up top, defended by Butler. Johnson sets the screen for Fox. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And all the credit goes to the defender. Very hard to contest threes without fouling.
And this is where Steph thrives. The more room he has to run and operate, the more dangerous he becomes.
And it's Fox with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Harper with a screen on Curry. And stolen by Butler. And here we go with Curry running it up the court.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Fox. He's got 16. Vassell sets a screen for Fox. Shot clock at 6. Shot to stop the run, and that one, good. Fox has got 18 points in the game.
Well, he had a solid first quarter, but he is rolling now.
Warriors leading by 12. Curry passes it to Horford. Butler up top. He's guarded by Harper. Fades. Butler, no good.
He had the right idea going to the fadeaway, but the defender stayed right on it.
From 12 feet out, and the shot is good from Johnson.
And going old school on him, Johnson, with the mid-range, a rarity in today's NBA.
Curry with the bounce pass. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 12.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
1:29 left now here in the second. Pass to Wembanyama. Outside Harper, beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. At one point, they led by 16. Moody the pass to Butler. Golden State moving it around. Vassell against Curry. Clock at 4. Shoots over Vassell. Curry can't get it to go. Spurs trail by 13. Curry with the steal, and Curry with the clear path to the hoop. Steph Curry, what a finish!
And the defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
San Antonio's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Vassell was screen on Curry. And Stephen Curry with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
All right, that's 2 fouls, not a big deal, but you don't want to pick up that third before the half.
A different look now for San Antonio. Barnes, he's checked in for Vassell, and Castle is subbed in for Harper. Here's Castle. Wembanyama sets a screen for Johnson. Buries it from 3-point range. Johnson's got 5.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Outside Curry. Nice take from Curry. And they pick up 2. Curry's got 23.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Thank you. Well, Coach Kerr, what did you like about the way your guys have started this game off?
Well, I like the way we defended without fouling so we could get our flow. And guys just came in and made some big ones, and our offense got going.
The defense was disciplined. Thanks, Coach.
Hey, Allie, thank you so much for that interview. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with you for the second half of the game right after this.
Welcome to the 2K Sports Studio. Off the top, let's take a gander at the Players of the Month. The winner in the East, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
No surprise to see Giannis take home the award. It's almost a surprise when he doesn't win it. Very impressive. Lately, he's been at his very best, which for him is as good as it possibly gets.
And now revisiting that first half for Steph Curry, he was lights out.
Curry brings a different dynamic. No matter what the defense throws at him, finds a way to counter. Terrific first half.
Instead of doing it with size and speed, Curry does it with skill and heart, a special, special talent. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
And this offense continues to find him in his sweet spots from deep.
So it's the Spurs now. It's a 14-point game. On the floor for San Antonio, Barnes operates at the 4 with Wembanyama at the 5. Stephon Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Johnson in at the 3. Porzingis with the block.
And with that 7'6" wingspan, Porzingis has always been a big-time shot blocker.
Shot's good by Butler.
And, boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Another miss by Fox. And so Green will bring it up for Golden State inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
One of the best defenders of his generation. Tim, do you think Draymond Green will be a surefire Hall of Famer?
Well, he's a former Defensive Player of the Year, and not to mention a key contributor on 4 Warriors championship teams. Kevin, he will be in the Hall of Fame, no question.
Here's Curry, and he makes good on the layup. Curry's got 25 points.
Well, all systems go here early on. That's 3 in a row since Jump Street.
.90 seconds now into the second half. Outside, Fox. Back to Castle. Pass to Wembanyama. Porzingis with the steal. Outside Butler. Moody finds Butler. To the inside. And stolen by Castle. Johnson goes in. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Oh, look at the burst to the bucket. Johnson can be an offensive force when he plays with that aggression.
Warriors leading by 15. Curry passes to Porzingis. And here is Butler. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting, looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate his shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we can do without some of those cheap foul calls against the defender.
A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Keldon Johnson.
And you can never fully predict these long-term trends, but it's apparent that the production has been on the decline here a bit. That doesn't mean it will stay that way. And look, so many ways he can impact the team as well. Not always just about the scoring.
Pass to Castle. Now here's Fox. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
You gotta love the determination from Fox. Refuses to let the contact throw him off.
And the speed of De'Aaron Fox. Wow. He gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his water bug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come.
Free throw good, Fox.
And I really love Fox's game. He's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
Golden State moving it around. Outside, Green. Mr. Porzingis fires the three. A rebound by the Spurs. Fox has got his fourth rebound in this one.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Curry against Fox. The kick outside to Butler. Over Castle. And there the Warriors now with another bucket.
And when Jimmy Butler is this confident, he is a nightmare to contain. Butler just takes over games with his scoring.
And Wembanyama inside. Porzingis with the block. Outside Curry. This one for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Curry's got 28.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Barnes outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Green bounce pass. Curry can't get it to go. Spurs trail by 16. Here's Fox. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Fox has got 5 points now this quarter. And here is Butler. 18 points for him. Outside Curry. Pass to Moody. Here's Curry. No good from outside. Now Barnes. He has 5. Now Fox. Defended by Moody. And now let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard as we've gotten into the second half of the season. These teams have become better and better, scoring points off turnovers. The Warriors, 4th.
Their defense has taken on a new life since the break. I mean, they're getting into teams, forcing turnovers, and they look like a different group.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. So, Tim, you ended your NBA career a little bit early because of knee problems, and at 34, you made the transition to broadcasting and have excelled so much. What has that journey been like?
Well, certainly, Kevin, I wish I could have played another handful of years, but you're right. The knee injury forced... Unreal!
Smart bucket by Castle. Get out and run.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. Here's Curry, and he has 28 points for the game. Pass to Moody. Butler on the way. Castle covering, and Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Porzingis finds Green. Tipped away and stolen by Castle.
It's really been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
Warriors leading by 9. Outside Curry. Outside Green. To end the drought. Fox against Curry. And it's denied by Fox. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Victor Wembanyama. First in blocks, and he's also got the second best three-point percentage in the league. An absolute deadeye from beyond.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. The Warriors making a switch here. Richards is checked in, and San Antonio with the change here too. Vassell, he's checked in for Johnson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox.
And that's just Curry doing what he does, frustrating defenders.
The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the first one drops. So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
Stephen Curry hits them both. So when you look at different approaches to player recovery, from load management, say, Tim, to rub some dirt on it and get back in there, where do you stand on all of that?
Well, I do think teams have done a better job of trying to make sure players are protected from themselves and make sure they're getting enough rest. But I also think there are times guys should be allowed to play through certain types of minor injuries.
And it's Green missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Pass to Castle. Barnes against Green. Wembanyama sets a screen for Castle. Such a wide open look. Castle's got 8 here in the quarter.
This is something Castle has been working on, developing his long-range consistency.
Pass to Curry. Fox with the steal. And it's Fox with the jam.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Porzingis kicks to Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Spurs trail by 6. Vassell outside. Vassell was screen on Curry. Fox from outside hits the three-point bomb. Fox has got 29.
And now that's 1-3 in each half. He is trying to make the most of those three-point opportunities.
And a deep three from Curry. That one's off, still out of sync. San Antonio's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. And Fox gets it to go.
But what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Golden State's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Pass to Vassell. Here's Castle. Back to Vassell. Curry against Fox for the lead. It counts, and the foul. They get Stephen Curry. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Spurs?
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Here's Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the three. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And Bryant throws it down.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Well, they've shown great determination, and that speaks to the overall character of this team.
Warriors trail by 3. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Harper, he's checked in for Fox. Now, here's Melton. No scoring in this one. And stolen by Castle. In transition, here come the Spurs. Harper wide open. The rebound by Post. Warriors trail by 3. Looking to end the run, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Warriors have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. And he makes the first. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for San Antonio. And so he hits both. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the third. Vassell outside. Pass to Cornett. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And here's Melton. Outside, Porzingis. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
And because he can score from all over the floor, Porzingis can find space inside. That's not the case for most 7-footers.
Cornett passes to Vassell. Lets it go with the 3. Podziemski grabs the board. The Warriors leading. Pass to Porzingis. Now here's Melton. 5 on the clock. Nails the baby hook.
And great to see Porzingis share the ball. A great decision from the Latvian.
Spurs trail by 3. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Bryant. Pass to Vassell. Back to Bryant. And Castle now top of the key. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
He bailed out the defense because that's an easy look for him.
And Porzingis throws it down hard.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The Warriors on top as they dominate the last minutes of the quarter on an 8-0 run. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Moody is out there with Quinton Post. Then there's Horford. Then it's DeAnthony Melton. And it's Butler in a point guard. Here's Fox. Lays it up and banks it in. Fox has got 17 now just in the second half.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Warriors leading by 3. Pass to Horford. Butler against Harper. The high post shot. Good. Nothing but net. Butler's got 20 points.
And sometimes the only answer for great defense is the mid-range jumper, and that's Butler's go-to.
Outside, Fox. Baseline try. It's good. Fox has got 4 points this quarter.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, when you're coming down the stretch, you don't want any wasted possessions.
Rebounded by the Spurs. Cornette's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Fox has it in the corner. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Here's Butler. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Warriors.
They've shown no let-up. Penetration, knife it inside. The defense has to tighten it up if they want to slow this team down.
I really like their effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that into points.
A highly talented two-way player. Butler is also known for his tough-nosed approach to the game.
And the Warriors making a change here. Richards is checked in. He hits the second from the line.
Well, he left some points at the line, but the important thing is they're still up 2 possessions.
Outside, Fox. Shoots it. Second shot opportunity. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode.
One shot.
He throw good, Fox.
Yeah, since the break, he has been in attack mode, and he is living at the line.
Pass to Butler. Horford sets a screen for Butler. Butler with the bucket down low.
And I just love how patient Butler is on offense. So good at letting the play develop.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Outside, Fox. That's tipped. Moody with it. Pass to Butler. Now Moody. Here's Melton. Guarded by Fox. Melton's shot is good. Now it's a 5-point Warrior lead.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Shot clock at 5. San Antonio again missing. Pass to Butler. High post try, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And he does it with and without the ball. Butler stuffing that stat sheet.
To the paint, and stolen by Horford. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Moody the pass to Melton. And it goes down 2 points. Melton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Outside, Fox. To stop the run, it's good. Fox has got 42 in the game.
Well, I'm telling you, he is doing absolutely everything he can out there. He's just not getting enough help.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. A different look now for San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Luke Cornett. Harrison Barnes comes in for Fox. And Castle is subbed in for Harper. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. And they told their team, no easy threes. Let's guard that arc. Don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Melton finds Curry. Outside, Porzingis. And the Warriors miss again.
Well, he was able to sink a triple back in the first half, but he has yet to connect here after the break.
Vassell outside. Wembanyama, a screen on Curry. Back to Castle. Fires the 3. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got his 6th rebound on the night. Puts it up from 12. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Spurs trail by 7. Castle with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Wembanyama, a screen on Curry. Looking to get it going. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
Here's Porzingis. Pass to Melton. And here is Curry. Curry able to beat the contact inside.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
Porzingis against Wembanyama. And he gets it to go.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
We thought this might be the case coming in. Not a lot of defense out there right now.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Free throw drops for Melton. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Moody. And San Antonio with the change here too. Fox, he's checked in for Johnson. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Vassell outside. Pass to Barnes. Vassell kicks to Fox. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. Moses Moody, he's checked in for Golden State. Spurs also with the sub. Johnson's checked in. Warriors leading by 7. Curry passes to Porzingis. To the middle. Here's Butler. Right side Curry. 6 to shoot. Some nice passing by Golden State. Releases. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for the Spurs. Pass to Moody. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
And it results in the highest percentage look you're going to get.
Here's Fox. And off the fryer, and in it goes. Fox has got 44.
And he is doing everything he can to keep his team in it, trying to lift his teammates up.
Here's Curry. Oh, focus from Curry. Gets it to fall inside.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Castle. Barnes outside. Wembanyama trying to free himself up.
Oh, wow. He gets that right at the rim. Just perfect timing by Green on that block.
Curry from 3.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
Outside, Fox. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Fox has got 46 points.
He is just self-willing his team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
Warriors leading by 10. Green with a screen on Castle. Butler dishes to Curry. And the Warriors, another 3.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Here's Johnson. Here's Fox. Now Castle. Wembanyama fires, and he does not hit. Porzingis against Castle. Butler outside. With the teardrop.
And the incredible reach of Wembanyama, helping him knock away that one.
It's stolen by Green. Butler gets a step. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
Well, he is really filling it up, but also keeping others involved.
Here's Fox. Johnson outside. Here's Barnes. Outside Fox. Now Wembanyama. Porzingis pulls it down.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
1:44 left in the fourth quarter. From 13, buries the jumper.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
I think the key here is to be careful about playing it too safely. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Wembanyama, a screen. Johnson, and DHS when you think you've seen it all. Last season, a father and son playing as teammates. NBA history continues to be made with the Jameses.
Yeah, LeBron and Bronny James taking the court together. And if other players can emulate the longevity of LeBron, perhaps it won't be the last time we see it happen.
And the Warriors with a completely new five on the floor. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Bryant comes in for Barnes. Vassell, he's checked in for Fox. And it's Harper in for Castle. And he makes both free throws.
And one thing you gotta love about Johnson, his energy. The man doesn't take his foot off the gas. And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Warriors.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all games. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And these guys have played very well this season, and this win tonight, guys, will push their win column up to 55.
And they're going to bring this season series to an end with a very nice victory here today. These teams spent a lot of time on the floor together this year.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Stephen Curry.
They impacted the game in a multitude of ways. Anytime they needed a big play, no matter what it was, he came through.
First free throw is good. And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is primed to be a special player in this league.
And the Warriors with a completely new five on the floor. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that misback. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
Here's Porzingis. And that one is good.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
Harper against Butler. Left side, Bryant. They set the pick. 5 to shoot. Harper with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Not gonna go. And here is Butler. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now, let's send it over to Allie LaForce, standing by with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Thanks so much, Stephen. A big-time victory tonight. What aspect of this win pleases you the most?
It was a full team effort. Obviously, you look at the stat sheet, but the little things I'm talking about that we did to win the game tonight are huge. And that's when it's winning time, we showed up, and that means a lot.
It's got to feel good to see it come together. Thanks so much.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. And now we present the player of the game, Stephen Curry.